best friend, welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, how you doing? And if you're new, it's your favorite Southern Psychic, Lele in the building. And today we got another reading, so go ahead, get your drinkity drink, go get your snackity snack, and let's get it popping. Now, this reading is feeling like an urgent message for my prophets, okay? For the psychic individuals out there. I don't know if you're a reader. There's just this energy. You could be a tarot reader as well, or you are a creative person. You get a lot of like these creative downloads. You're also a creative genius is what I'm hearing, okay? And you came here to wake people up. That's what you came here to do. You came here to speak the truth, and like you get these downloads, and like you naturally know things about people without them actually telling you anything, okay? You're an energy reader is what I'm hearing, and you have the gifts of not only Mercury but also Venus is what I'm hearing. So like I said, like a creative genius who is meant to bring beauty to the world and to heal the world through beauty and also through your words. And I'm also hearing like artwork and also like maybe even writing music or something, okay? So there's a lot of psychics that I'm talking to right now. You're very intuitive is what Spirit's showing me. And something has gotten you like choked up is what I'm hearing, where it's like you're not fully like trusting yourself. And I'm hearing like you've had in the past like psychic happenings happen in your life when you were younger. Like maybe you had paranormal things happen to you is what's coming through here. Like maybe like ghostly encounters, also like hearing something about possessions, like witnessing things that like are out of this world, like abnormal or unordinary is what I'm hearing, okay? And so like you've been like time and time again, like you have seen things, you have witnessed psychic things happen not only with you but also these synchronistic things that have happened with other people. Like I said, paranormal thing is like really heavy is what it's feeling like here. Like you've experienced a lot of paranormal things within your life, okay? And so I know that you've been through a lot is also what I'm hearing. And like something has had you choked up where it's like maybe you see other, let's say, readers or other creative people who are similar to you, and you see them like becoming successful, or you see them actually like going towards their mission. But for some reason, like even though like maybe you are going towards your mission, but there's this energy, like I said, of being choked up, right? And I'm hearing a message come through. There's not a lot of people who are as tapped in as you, okay? And I'm hearing this message come through that like maybe there's this comparison energy where maybe you're comparing yourself either to other artists or other like psychics or readers, whatever it is, okay? And Spirit's saying that comparison is the death killer of dreams, okay? So I'm hearing a message come through like Spirit wants you to start like really tapping in and trusting your guidance. Trust your gut instincts, okay? Whether it's if you're a reader, okay? Trusting whatever information the divine is giving you, because you come from a long line of psychics. You come from a line of people who are also very in tune and also creative, okay? And so the more that you're trusting your guidance, let's say in regards to Mercury energy, okay, your communications, okay, you get these downloads, okay? And sometimes maybe like, let's say if you're giving someone a reading, for example, like you'll second guess, like, I don't know if I should say that, okay? And so Spirit wants you to start trusting. The more that you start to say what it is that you're intuitively guided to say, the stronger your intuition is going to get, okay? And so this message that's coming through here, boo, like definitely Spirit doesn't want you to compare yourself to other people's journey, because there's something about your journey specifically that is so unique. I'm hearing it's as unique as your fingerprint. Not everybody has the same fingerprint, and like there's something about the way that you channel divine wisdom that is unique and special, okay? And so, you know, everybody's like journey is different, and like everyone reaches their milestones on different timelines, right? And like the more that you wait, or the more that you hold back these gifts that you have, these psychic abilities, like I said, whether you're a reader or just a creative person, you know, whenever you are someone, it's just being an individual who has this like funnel channel of divine inspiration that comes through you, okay? It's definitely feeling like you're a receiver, like this antenna is what I'm hearing here, okay? And so Spirit wants you to start trusting yourself, okay? So we have the Eight of Swords. This is what I'm saying. Eight of Swords with the Ace of Swords, okay? So I am definitely hearing this message of literally having clarity of this truth. Like you are, it definitely feels like your psychic abilities is highly tapped in with your vocal cords is what I'm hearing here, okay? And so like I said, you could be a writer or something like that. It could be like writer's block or something, okay? So I'm definitely hearing this message come through. It's not supposed to like be so serious. I feel like this energy of being overly serious, you could be like where you're over analyzing, overthinking it instead of just having fun, instead of just enjoying. It's like opening up to the energies of joy and spontaneous energy, okay? And so definitely I'm hearing spontaneous magic will occur the more that you just let go and let flow, okay? We have the High Priestess coming through, okay? Along with Intuitive AF, okay? We have the card Intuitive AF coming through as well. This came through first, and then the High Priestess. I knew the High Priestess was going to show. We have Justice in the Page of Wands. It is your mission to bring balance and justice and reveal truth to the world is what you're supposed to be doing, okay? It definitely in a form of a creative outlet. It could be as well. I'm also hearing creating an oracle deck or something like that. All right, that's going to be for somebody. But there is this message coming through that, like, you're here to awaken people and bring balance to people's lives, okay? And to honor truth. Okay, that's what I'm hearing here. Honoring truth regardless of, like, you know, what people are thinking about it, or, like, you know, say what you need to say. It just feels like you need to let this flow through you, okay, and not overanalyze it with that Eight of Swords energy, okay? I'm hearing the word unapologetic. Like, you need to be unapologetic about this gift, because I'm also hearing you could have had, like, some experiences back in the day, like whenever it wasn't very much like socially acceptable to be a psychic. It's definitely giving like persecutions and things like that. Like, maybe you grew up in a time period where, like, I'm also hearing Bible Belt, it could be as well. And so there's just something about you, like, you're just different, you know what I'm saying? And so that's the reason why, like, you didn't want to see, it's like, a part of you feels like, well, I'm just not like everybody else. Let me just go try to conform and do what everyone else is doing, right? And, like, we got to do what we got to do, you know, to pay the bills and stuff like that. But there's just this part of yourself that knows that you're meant for more than this, okay? Because, like I said, you are a prophet. You are literally a prophet is what I'm hearing. And the more that you're not releasing, it's like you need to release this truth. You need to release, like, it's calling you to, like, let it go and let it flow out of you is what I'm hearing here. Because when you don't, boo, this is where you get anxiety. And whenever you heal, it's like you're healing yourself through healing other people. Okay, I'm also here like Reiki healing, or like you have, I'm hearing put hands on, okay? So you have the gift in your hands. I'm feeling an energy in my left hand as I'm talking about this, okay? You are a healer, you are a prophet, you are a creative genius, okay? And the world needs your gifts. Okay, and it just feels like the more that you're holding it back, the more isolating you might feel, or you feel like misunderstood. You don't understand, but we're living in the age of Aquarius. Like, this is the time period where this is like the most acceptable that these gifts have ever been, okay? And so this is a time period, like your ancestors is what I'm hearing. They're saying this is like you were born for this day and age. Even though you feel like an old soul, or you feel like you don't really fit in anywhere, like you have this ancient wisdom from all these lifetimes is what I'm hearing. Like, you literally had lifetimes where you were like it's giving like Aristotle, it's giving like that type of energy, okay? Very philosophical, right? And so, like, spirit wants you to start trusting these gifts that you have, literally, okay? The Nine of Cups, we have the Tower coming through. Okay, and so with the Nine of Cups and the Tower, it does feel like, you know, it's a deconstruction. Maybe there was like this fear of, like, maybe you made progress in one area of your life and you feel like, well, if I just uppity leave that and go towards what I really want for myself, like, how are people going to view me? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hearing. Like, even if this just starts off as like a hobby or whatever, okay, it definitely feels like whatever this creative outlet, whether it's reading for other people or actually like healing people through Reiki, or also I'm hearing like massage therapy for somebody, okay, or just being a writer or a painter, okay, you are a divine channeler, and, you know, viewing it as something that is fun, okay, back to this Page of Wands energy, okay, because it's supposed to be fun. The relationship that you have between you and the divine, right, it's a beautiful relationship. I'm hearing build the bond, strengthen the bond with this energy, okay, with the essence of God, right? Whatever you want to call it. It's the divine, and it's a divine intelligence, okay? It's this invisible divine intelligence that wants to be spoken through you, okay? We also have the Hierophant, and we have Strength. Oh my gosh, look, we have Temperance right underneath that, the Knight of Swords. This is about that sword of truth, okay? We literally have Mercury vibes over here, Messenger of the Gods, clairaudient. Use your voice even if it shakes. This is coming through here, okay? Use your voice even if it shakes. I will tell you this, like, even me getting on camera right now as an intuitive, as I get on here, I deliver these messages, it's not easy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not easy to get out of your comfort zone. And especially if you're an introverted person, it's no excuse. I'm going to say that real quick, because even though I have the gift of gab, like, as, you know, a tarot reader here, like, people call me, you know, I'm the motor mouth here, but like, regardless, I'm still an introvert. Like, I'm an INFJ personality type. Okay. So there is no excuse, is what Spirit's saying. Okay. I'm kind of putting you up there up front, boo. Okay. I'm calling you out, is what I'm doing. Okay. And it is what it is. I'm gonna tell you this, because look, as you speak your truth and trust these downloads that you get, boo, look, you don't understand, like, the world is waiting for you with the 3 of Wands. Okay. So yeah, definitely this energy, you are a divine empress, you are a divine channeler, a creative genius, is literally the message coming through. Okay, so let's get it popping and see some more. Like, you're meant to bring truth to the world through this creative expression. You know, artists, for example, you know, as divine channelers of inspired information, right? Like, artists are supposed to be here to show the world, like, to show people like where we are in history. Okay, that's another message that I'm hearing here as well. Okay, and so this is the age of the artist rising. Okay, so this is like the Renaissance. You're meant to be a part of this Renaissance of truth and revealing truth. Okay, and it's like sometimes it's like revealing what people don't want to look at as well, as what I'm hearing here. All right, Spirit, tell me more about this energy for my collective here. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have the contours of dreams. It says, shape your dreams with the clay of your actions. Today's efforts sculpt tomorrow's achievements. Yes, it's like working for the tomorrow man. You know, what did the past man do for the tomorrow man? Right? That's the vibe that's given. Okay, mold your destiny with each choice. So you see how in this imagery, like, you know, he's not there, like, he's a child, right? But he's like working to become like this. Like, that's kind of the energy. It's like you're growing. That's what it is. Look, these are gifts that you've had since you were a kid, is what I'm hearing. Okay, and so now that you're all grown up, it just feels like it's a time to make your inner child proud. Okay, be a voice for the voiceless is what you're meant to do. We literally have the bravery card, and it says you will face a moment where your bravery must mask your fears to inspire others. Okay, regardless of the fear, regardless of how you're feeling, right? It's like you're putting on that armor of God and deciding, I'm just going to go into this battlefield. I'm just going to go out here and be a preacher of truth. Okay, that's what it's given. Like, you're meant to be a preacher of truth. And regardless of, like, okay, when it comes to like courage and stuff, like I said, like, it's not easy, and it's not something, it's like, you're always, the fear will always be there, but it's like being stronger than the fear is what I'm hearing here. Okay, the world needs you. Okay, that's literally what I'm hearing here. It's time for you to be brave. It's time for you to take a chance. Okay, because when it comes to being a channeler, it's not about you, it's about what you're doing to help other people. Even with music and things like that, like if you're a divine channeler of inspired music, okay, like writing music that touches the soul and helps you to connect with other people in a world that feels like it's so disconnected, is what Spirit's saying. Okay, and so yeah, even though, yeah, this is the age of the internet and stuff, a lot of times, like, you know, people still feel isolated. Okay, and so there's something about you being brave and putting your heart out there, okay, as this divine healer, channeler, creative person. Spirit's saying that you don't understand, like, all the people that you're going to inspire to do the same thing, okay, with this bravery energy. It's time to take a chance on yourself. It's time to believe in yourself. Yeah, we have new beginnings. Behind every closed door, a new beginning awaits. Seek new exits. Okay, so we have, look, the exit sign, instead of being red, it's green. Okay, so definitely if you feel like this is the time period, like I said, like you feel like you want to leave a situation or like shift, it's like you're shifting out of one chapter and wanting to go into a new chapter where you're actually living life for yourself as this divine healer, as this divine channeler, okay, of creative genius is what I'm hearing. Okay, and so Spirit is saying that you have the green light to exit that one narrative and to move into a new one. Okay, that's what's coming through here. Okay, so if you needed the green light, this is literally the green light. Do the thing. Okay, and definitely don't compare your journey with other people, because your journey is so unique. Okay, people need to hear your perspective on things is what I'm hearing here as well. We have the card called Two-Face. This is sometimes showing only part of ourselves to the world. guard vulnerability wisely, okay? And so definitely this is a time period to put on your brave face is what I'm hearing here, okay? It definitely feels like a time period where you're no longer like sticking your head in the ground like an ostrich. It's like sticking your head up and deciding to show up in the world in this new way, a radical way, okay? And so it's like it's time to come out of hiding is what I'm hearing. Like you're being initiated, you're being activated. I'm hearing like sleeper cell, like it's time to be activated. The universe is calling you right now, okay? Are you going to answer the call? That way you could deliver the message, okay? So you got some messages definitely you need to share with people. Oh my goodness. Okay, so like I said earlier, like connecting back to these gifts that you've had since your childhood, okay? These psychic abilities. Like I said in the beginning, like, you had a lot of experiences that showed you that there was something else beyond this physical world. Like I said, paranormal things happening to you at a young age, right? And like I'm hearing like going back and remembering all these situations, and also the situations where like you trusted, you actually had faith in the fact that you were taken care of and that there's something that's guiding you, right? And as that thing is guiding you is also like you're also helping to guide other people is what I'm hearing through the reconnection with the divine, okay? And so the guiding star says, amid its uncertainty, look to the guiding principles that have steered you before. They won't fail you now, okay? And so like looking back at these moments in your life where, your intuition was always correct. Okay, like I said, you've been in so many situations where like your intuition literally had people shook, like you guessed things or like you predicted things that happened, okay? And like I said, like you're really highly connected. You're very psychic and intuitive is what Spirit's saying. So remember these old truths, and it's like bringing them back to the present, because at one point it's like you went through this time period where you kind of cut off that creative inspiration, that connection is what I'm hearing. So you can focus on other things, which like I said earlier, we got to focus on things one at a time. But like when it comes down to it, like it's about the reconnection. Okay, you're reconnecting. I'm seeing like a plug being reconnected into the outlet. Okay, this is what's happening right now. Okay, so old truths bring new clarity, remembering the truth and like what you're truly connected to, this divine inspiration from the divine. I'm hearing like maybe this part of yourself you haven't revealed to a lot of people, and so you're gonna have to kind of reintroduce the world to who you truly are. Like I said, back to that two-faced energy, okay? There is this energy of like you're stepping out of the 3D, you're stepping out of the physical, like you've been really heavily in the physical realm, and like you're gonna be like stepping into that other dimension, okay? The unseen dimension where you finally like reconnect with that energy of the bridge, okay? The bridge between you and the divine, okay? And as you're doing this, and it's like you're starting to walk differently, you're starting to see the world differently, right? Because you're finally unleashing this gift to the masses is what I'm hearing here. The mystic, bro. It says intuition, high priestess, and visionary. This whole reading, there is a reason you have those dreams. Okay, you might have psychic dreams as well, lucid dreams. All right, this is definitely a time period to trust your intuition. Okay, no longer second guessing, no longer like, doing the little stutter step. Okay, Spirit saying like this season you're done stutter stepping. You're finally reconnecting, like I said, as this mystic, as this healer, as this shaman that you are. You have this old soul, boo. You are a shaman, okay? You are a prophet. There's a reason why you had those dreams. Also prophetic dreams it could be as well. You might have had prophetic dreams about things. The Spirit's also calling you to talk about that. Maybe start a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel, whatever it is, okay? There's just something that you need to start releasing, okay? We have the mirror. It says self-reflection, writer, big picture. Are you a writer? There is something coming through about poetry, writing music, or writing a book is what's coming through here that is inspired. Also, I'm hearing from your past and what you already went through, okay? And it's going to help other people to get through their life that like they feel like they have a similar like understand. I'm seeing a mirror, like you're mirroring back to people the truth and people can relate with it, okay, on a beautiful deep level, okay? So definitely, like I said, when it comes to these dreams, whenever you release them, it's not just for you, it's for other people. And as you do this, you're also healing yourself, okay, by allowing other people to be seen through your truth, okay? Ooh, oh my gosh, bro. Yes, like I said, look, okay, so we have the fairy, and it says blessings flow and magical energy. Like I said, there is this portal with the forbidden forest. Like I said, there's this portal that's opening up right now. Okay, and you have been summoned is literally the message. You're being summoned. And it says, darling, don't you remember you're a badass? Keep winging it. Exactly. You are a baddie, period. You're a spiritual baddie is what Spirit wants me to tell you today. You are built different. You are intuitive. You are psychic, okay? And I don't know what it, like I said, there was maybe a comparison, or maybe you feel like it's a little too late for you to do this or something like that. Like Spirit saying age is just a number. It's a mindset, okay? So it's never too late is what I'm hearing. So the Forbidden Forest says bravery. We have bravery twice in this reading. Spirit is calling you to be brave and go where no man has gone before. Go there, okay? And it says bravery, persistence, and redemption. You are so brave to keep on going the way you do. Okay. And I'm also seeing the word redemption. Like I said, like you might have stopped from, like you stopped, feeding your energy into these gifts, whether it was like painting or writing or channeling, tarot, whatever it is that you do. Okay. You put it on the back burner for a while, and I'm hearing like you're picking it back up. It's like, I see someone pick up a book and reading where they left off. Okay. They were like, you had a bookmark in the book, metaphorically speaking, okay, and you left it there, and now it's time to pick that book up, dust it off, and like start reading it again, okay? Because your story is not over, okay? It's never too late. It is not over, okay? Like I said, you're being summoned right now, okay? You gonna answer it? You better. But it's your choice. You got free will. And we do have the sun, manifestation power at 11:11. Be patient, it will come. So that is definitely a confirmation for you, boo, that like, be patient. It's this manifestation. You don't understand like where it's gonna take you. You're going to be going to big places, okay, connecting with a lot of people, and you're no longer going to feel isolated is what I'm hearing, okay? The more that you're holding this gift back, the more anxious and depressed you're going to feel, okay? So Spirit wants you to release it to the world. All right, so let's get you some final advice. Spirit, what final advice here for my spiritual baddies, my psychic baddies in the building? Unseen allies. You have unseen allies of support. Also ancestral energies coming through. It says alone and lost but was not afraid. Her guardians whisper to show her the way. Okay, so your guardian angels are whispering. You got to listen, okay? It's about getting quiet and listening to their guidance. They're guiding you right now. You're protected. Awaken. Yes. Sleepy siren, rise and shine. It's time to wake up. You've got mountains to climb. Exactly. You got mountains to climb, boo. You got places to go, people to meet, people to inspire, things to create, right? That's what's good. Boo, you are awakening. You're awakening to your power. Spirit says it's time to get up and get on it, okay? One more card, Spirit. And intuition, okay? It says answers hidden, still small voice. Going within reveals the choice, okay? So going within reveals the choice. It's about listening to your guidance. Your intuition is starting to crack open. Your third eye is cracking open, okay? And so definitely, it's a serious, I'm hearing that song, I'm Not Afraid by Eminem, okay? So I'll link that song down below because that's coming through for some reason. Maybe you need to hear that song. Maybe it'll inspire you. I'm also hearing rap. I don't know if you do rap music or something like that. That's very specific for somebody, but you're meant to be a prophet in that. That's a message for someone. So trust your intuition. Trust your guidance as you're awakening. You're going through this awakening is what Spirit's saying. All right, boo, that's 3.5 for you, darling. If it resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so you don't miss out. And also send this message to somebody that you know for a fact is a prophet and they're sleeping on some information. You know what I'm saying? Like they're sleeping on their gifts and information that they know that they need to tell people, or they need to like write a book, whatever it is, okay? It's time. It's time to waken up the sleeping giant, period, okay? So that's 3.5 for you, darling. I send you so much love. Until next time, you have a blessed, wonderful day. Ta-ta.